Hello folks, today I'm going to be giving you my take on the Comica Vimo S mic. Vimo S standing for the smartphone version and the Vimo C standing for the camera version. And right off the bat, when I was unboxing my Comica, I realized that I was missing an accessory that all the other YouTube reviewers got. Or was it on purpose? But I'll get to that in a little bit. And keep in mind that this mic was used for 100% of this video. Now, what the heck are these little gadgets? Well, in short, they're lapel mics. They can be attached typically to your shirt or somewhere in your vicinity to give you much better sound quality. And they even come with their own version of noise canceling. Now, there are no shortage of these wireless mics on the market these days, but Comica seems to have produced a great quality product without the price tag of some of the more well-known trusted brands out there. These types of mics can be used with anything that has a Lightning or a USB-C port, which means they can be used on your tablet, desktop computers, laptops, and of course, smartphones. Now in short, this mic is great. It's comparable to using my set of AirPods, just because they snap into charging position magnetically. I like saying that word. Magnetically. And as you can see here, the case that these mics come in are not too far off from the size of my AirPod 2 case. And the connectivity is very dependable. But the Comica isn't perfect for me, as it does have one really annoying design flaw. But I guess that I have found a workaround for it, but it may not be an issue for you. But I'll get to that in a few moments. And these mics do everything that they're supposed to. So maybe after this video, I'm hoping that you will have a better idea on whether or not it'll be a good pick for you. And just to put it out there, Comica wasn't my first pick. Actually, I had ordered the MOVO, but good old Amazon ended up sending me the Android version of it. So that made me a little poopy pants because I had to send it all the way back to the States from here in South Korea. But when I realized that if I spend a little bit more money, I could get something with more of an AirPod-like feeling. As whenever I snap the mics into their case, they start charging and I don't have to worry about running any charging cables because the case does all the charging for me. And the Comica mic is much easier to conceal. So in a way, I'm kind of glad that Amazon messed up my order. My life's mantra, addition through subtraction. And by the way, while I was waiting for my MOVO mic to be delivered to me over here in Korea, I had recommended to my friend Christine to give the MOVO a shot. So she went ahead and picked one up. And it's really helped out her audio on her golf and cooking channel. Swing on over and check it out, and subscribe while you're at it. So this is why the Comica caught my eye. I wanted something with two mics, something to improve my sound and more versatile without spending too much. I just dropped 129 Americano bucks at the time of this video. But unfortunately, while I was waiting for my Comica to be delivered to me over here in South Korea, YouTube reviews of a recently released smartphone mic started popping up on my feed that claims to be the smallest mic on the market. It has a lot more useful features than my Comica and with a much more premium build, with just a slight $40 price increase over my Comica. And most of all, this mysterious tiny mic addresses the #1 most annoying issue that I have with my brand new Comica. But I'm getting ahead of myself and I'll get to that in just a little bit. And almost forgot, welcome to my channel, Sid's Hot Take, where I review a wide range of products and devices. And the two main questions that I cover in my videos is what tweaks would I like to see made to the product and would I buy them again? And keep in mind, I did pick these mics up with my own hard-earned moolah, so I have zero skin in the game. I'm not a skinwalker. Unlike a lot of the mic reviews that you'll see on YouTube, they were given these mics by Comica to review, so that's just something to keep in mind. And if I haven't lost you yet in this video, would you think about liking or subbing this video by clicking the sticker down in the corner here? Let's get right to it then, folks. Now, I did say that the Comica will be very similar to using your AirPods in the sense that there's no pairing involved. These were paired at the factory, so you can start using these mics literally right out of the box. That also means that you never have to bother with going into your smartphone settings and all that jazz. You simply take the receiver out, pop it into your device, and then take one of the transmitters out, and that's it. Actually, I find it's slicker than using my AirPods because it connects every single time, unlike my AirPods 2. And what about range? Well, all of these wireless mics do seem to have comparable ranges, but just because I think it's pretty cool, I'm going to provide you with a quick little demo on how far they can actually go. It's pretty impressive. Okay guys, we're going to do a quick walk and talk range test. I'm going to start now. Shout out to knees over toes guy. And on Google Maps, I already mapped it out, and this is 500 feet. Now Comica says that you get 656 feet of range, or 200 meters. So I'm just going to be doing 500 feet, which will be plenty. And just for reference sake, a ball field is around 400 feet, 420 feet. So we're going to see if it cuts out at any point here. Now, a mistake that I see a lot of YouTubers do when they're reviewing these kinds of mics, these wireless mics, is that they'll often turn their back to the camera. And that's a problem, because as soon as there's any kind of a obstacle between the person and the smartphone, you're going to have some connectivity issues. So hence me walking backwards. And again, shout out to Knees Over Toes guy. Check them out. And also, I am babying a busted up Achilles tendon from basketball from a few days ago. So this is giving me a little bit extra therapy too. Okay, I'm getting really close to my 500 foot mark here. There's this kid screaming in the background, but I got the denoise turned on. It's windy today too. Luckily I bought the wind muff, so you shouldn't hear any wind noise. And this is 500 feet. Did I cut out at any point? I don't know until I start hitting. But this range test is over. Now about the features and specs of the Comica mic. Now it does have a noise cancelling feature that works really well that Comica refers to as denoise. Okay guys, we're on the rooftop here. You can see there's some air conditioning or heater units here, and I'm going to show you what it's like with the noise cancelling on and off. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go back in, 3, 2, 1. And this is what it sounds like with the mic, of course. Now my camera woman is going to take the receiver out and see what it sounds like with just the iPhone sound. Take that out. Now you should hear what it sounds like with just the iPhone mic. Okay. Now, why even get a mic? Well, since on my other YouTube channel, feel free to check it out. It's a harmless plug. I shoot from within my car and outdoors. I need something to improve my iPhone 14 Pro Max audio by cancelling out any background noise. I'm also planning on using this mic while I'm driving, and this mic seems to be doing a great job in cancelling out any road noise while I'm driving. Have a listen. All right guys, this is me driving in my Lamborghini. I'm going at 80 kilometers an hour. You can see what it sounds like with the road noise using my mic right now. And now this is what it sounds like just using my iPhone mic. All right guys, and remember, just because it's a lapel mic doesn't mean you actually have to have it clipped onto yourself. I use mine in my car like this, and I just clip it up on my sun visor there, and it works great. And this was my previous mic, the Shure MV88 Plus. I mean, just check out the difference here. All right, this is what the audio sounds like with my iPhone 14 Pro Max. And this is what the audio sounds like with the Shure MV88 Plus. And this is what the audio sounds like with my new Comica mic. Now, what else is there to like about the Comica Vimo S? Well, I do like the battery status button on the side of the case. And I love how Comica decided to give me a digital readout of the battery levels, rather than just having some dots as battery indicators. Comica gave us real numbers to work with, and it leaves you with a smartphone kind of experience. By the way, Comica advertises that you should be able to get 20 hours of usage out of the batteries here. Plenty of juice for what I'll be using it for. And the receiver does have a mono and stereo mode, which is worth making note of. I also like how there is no on or off buttons. Seriously, you can treat these guys just like your AirPods in the sense that whenever you take them out of the case, it's all green lights and you are good to go. I love how it's super compact and can fit pretty much wherever my AirPods can. I also like how the transmitters themselves are small, yet not cheap looking, and are easier to hide than other high-end brands. Now, tweaks. Yeah, I have a few of them to mention in this video, guys, but one of them being a major one for me. But don't get me wrong, getting these hasn't been a total crapper. For what I was looking for, these are working great. But before I go on about the tweaks, maybe I should show you that mysterious super tiny mic that really caught my eye. It's a Hollyland Lark M2. Now, the Hollyland mic has seemed to have addressed the #1 issue that I have with my Comica, and also a few other things. And that #1 wrinkle being, at least for me, the receiver doesn't fit into my iPhone port with the case on. Now, I love my case, as it's a 4-card holder, and I keep my wallet home in my drawer. Solution? Well, I could just pop it off when it comes to miking up, but in my car it's not that easy because my magnetic phone holder needs a magnet on the back of my card case. Luckily, I was able to hit the dollar store over here in South Korea, and I picked up a gel case for just $5 that is thin enough that allows it to connect. However, Hollyland already thought of this with their mic. The transmitter designed to fit into the bulkier cases than the average case. And the second kind of major wrinkle is the transmitter lights. Now, when you hold down the button on the transmitter, you activate the noise canceling feature, denoise. That means that the blue light will change to a green light. Now, seeing that I have Mr. Magoo's eyesight here, I'm sure they could have came up with a better idea than this, but my girlfriend doesn't have an issue at all as seeing the lights, so maybe it won't even be an issue for you. Now, these are my two main gripes with the Comica mic, not being able to use my case and the lights on the transmitter. The rest of the wrinkles with this mic are minor, but I think they're worth mentioning. #3, the charging case. Now, I thought it looked cool at the time, but I'm just waiting for the day when I drop it, and I know that this plastic cover will snap off faster than I can shake a stick at. But the Hollyland, on the other hand, well, they have more of an AirPod-like case. I mean, it looks like I wouldn't lose any sleep at all if I dropped these, just like I wouldn't if I dropped my AirPod case. And #4, with a Comica mic, you have just one option when it comes to using it. You gotta clip it onto something, which is all good, but what if I don't want it so close to me or have nothing to clip it on? Well, Hollyland thought of this, and has done what some other wireless mic companies have done, and that is they included a magnet that can allow you to pretty much stick it anywhere you want. And even the Hollyland has a lanyard that I can use. What a nifty idea. And #5, a comment that I've seen a few times on YouTube reviews of the Comica is the branding. No, not that kind of branding. And I kind of agree with them. Trying to be discreet with these dorky clip-on mics is one thing, but it's another thing when you have big letter branding taking up the entire front of it. I plan to just be clipping my mic on the inside of my shirt or using a hockey player's best friend, electrical tape. But once again, Hollyland has already thought of this and has even included different colored stickers to fix this minor problem. Now that's pretty cool. A company willing to bite the bullet and include something to cover up the branding, something I haven't seen before. And finally, #6. The gain dial on the case itself is kind of finicky and dollar store-ish. I mean, as soon as I slide this case into my pocket, you know the gain dial is going to be susceptible to moving. And seeing that I'm about as blind as Mr. Magoo, I really think that Comica could have put more thought into the gain dial designing, like at least having some kind of clicking action and markers from 1 to 10, so I have some kind of idea what level I'm at rather than just trying to eyeball it. Again, Hollyland has thought of this and included their mic with a very nice tactile adjuster on the receiver with even some lights.
Very tactile.
Now, if you like the specs of the Comica, but want more of a premium build and feel, and something that has more features and is more versatile, and something that is just $40 more, that is basically the size of a Canadian dollar, it's a loonie. Stop laughing. I know it's ridiculous. Then maybe you ought to pick yourself up the Hollyland. I mean, I even heard Max Tech go as far as to say this about the Hollyland.
I literally have nothing negative to say about it. Such a killer value.
Ooh, and what was that missing accessory that I didn't get with my Comica when I was unboxing it? Well, in short, where's my dongle? I mean, where's my dongle? Only Koreans will get that joke. Now, all of the YouTube reviews that I watched talked about how they got a dongle with their Comica, which will allow you to charge your phone while in use, and more importantly, with me, I can plug in a pair of headphones and listen to my audio while recording as a means of making sure that everything is sounding okay. Now, I double checked the manual that it came with, and you can clearly see that Comica stickered up one of the pages to show that they are no longer including the dongle. But towards the back of the manual, it's showing the dongle included. I guess they ran out of stickers. However, Hollyland does include a dongle. Well, those are my tweaks. Now for the ultimate question. Would I buy this sucker again? Well, I'm kind of on the fence because the Comica won't work in my daily case. But for those of you who like to live life on the edge and don't use a phone case, you should be good to go. I envy you. Really, I do. And after coming across the Hollyland and all its features and the small size that it is, actually, yeah, I probably would have gone with the Hollyland. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to suck it up, I guess. Just 2 more quick things, guys. Would you consider thumbing and subbing my channel? What? Would you consider giving this video a thumbs up and or subbing to my channel? And number 1, I'll be including all the links to anything that I mentioned in this video down in the description so you can click on them and head over to Amazon and check them out for yourself. That's it. See ya.